So to everyone in the room, good evening. It is 2 minutes past 8 and today is the 28th of March 2022. And today I'm going to be opening the floors and I'm going to be giving you my opinion about a lot of gossip that is happening on the chat box and on social media. Number one, I really, guys, want you to start addressing, and this is what I was talking about last week, and start using the hashtags and start using the @signs, because it just makes the correspondence and the interaction on any social media so much more easier, and you can actually get direct answers to your questions, which makes everyone a little bit more happier. And just coming around and just throwing it out there, okay, and hopefully that someone will answer. This is not the right way of communication. I believe we all want to have answers from the relevant people. Hence, make sure that you need to really start using the @signs and the hashtags as I explained last week. The first thing which I'm going to be talking about is things that I posted on the Telegram group, which was, I'll put it up to the votes. The reason for it was that I want to find out what's going to be the participation, because I believe numbers do not lie. There's going to be some variances, there's going to be something different, but the numbers do not lie. So if you've got a piece of paper and you're going to want to go through those numbers again, and they will most probably change on a daily basis as we talk. So you guys need to really play around with this. And I can tell you that there are no people who are waiting to get into the room. They most probably are logging into a different room. So if they are, they need to use the right address where they want to join in. So the reason for posting the votes was as follows. And then Simon King in Thailand put a proposal on the table. He found a lawyer who was willing to take on a case. As you know, lawyers all over the world, they actually work on payment basis. You need to pay them to get some information from them and for them to take the action further down the line, either to the courts or to the agreement or to some kind of negotiations that we can sit around the table, something like this. So the lawyers need to be paid. I spent couple of months chasing lawyers that would be willing to take the case on a pro bono form, which means that they would be entitled to get their fees from the money that they recovered. And this is why I really want everyone to think. Over the last 3 years, we have absolutely no financial reporting from the company. Over the last 3 years, we did not get paid patronage shares, which are proportional to the actual financials. That's really the bottom line of it. And without the financials, it might seem like a little thing, but it's not. Because as a cooperative, okay, all the numbers, all the members, especially the premium elite and premium members who are eligible, that they can vote, okay, they've got the right to vote. They would actually see where the company is spending money, how the company is spending money, and in theory, they should be involved in a decision process. I understand that not every single investor wants to get involved. Hence, this is what the proxies are coming in, and there's a number of ways to resolve the matter. But what we are looking in this particular case at is that a cooperative is run as a private company. As a cooperative, there is no financial reporting. Therefore, not a single lawyer in this world will take a case, whatever it's going to be, if we're going to be fighting it to recover our investments. Alternatively, if we want to get the company to be run as a true cooperative, not a single lawyer will take a case on a pro bono scenario because there's no financials, which means that no assets are declared, which means that what? It's a company that is worth absolutely nothing. This is the reality. And for everyone who's going to be moving on, I want you really to look at things slightly differently, because nobody knows it all, but we can learn by our mistakes. So the next time when you're going to be getting involved, look at a couple of things. Number one, is the company older than 1 year? If the company is older than 1 year, they should have some kind of a financial reporting done. I'm not saying about official audited financial reporting, but any type of financial reports should be done. If they're not willing to share this, they better have a very good reason for it. And this is what I would caution everyone to, as a first warning sign, be very careful about this, okay? Because again, taught by experience. So guys, look at this. If you're gonna feel that something is not right, then be aware, get out. The other thing is, every single company that is a legitimate company will have a registration papers. So registration papers is something any company will have, and it should not be an issue about sharing them. While you're going to be having those registration papers, please cross-reference the information that you're getting that is actually true. So as you know, in particular case of the company that I'm addressing to today, we all know that this piece of paper was not available on a public forum. We had to search for it, we had to dig it, and actually it was members who came up with the registration papers, official registration papers of the cooperative, and that really should not be happening. And now I'm going to get to the nuts and bolts of this thing. Starting the legal proceedings, it should never be taken lightly, because there will be consequences to the action, which one of the members explained very clearly. Once we get the ball going, there is no turning back, and it's going to be a 50-50 process, as someone described it very well. This is the thing that I've got issues with, and it is, please, my personal opinion. Okay, you guys are going to have to make the decision for yourself. If we do have, shall we say, 1,500 people that are not happy with the way that the company is being run, and out of the 50 people, only 50, okay, so take the numbers down, 1,500 of the whole group, but only 50, I believe 51 or 52 people are actually taking the time just to vote and express their opinion, not even committing to what they're going to do further down the line. It just shows on how people simply do not care about the money that they parted with. Because that's the reality. Taking it one step further, and please, the numbers that I'm using are really hypothetical. I'm using them just purely for the example to show you guys where I'm going with this. So we've got 1,500 members, 50 people are just participating in the voting process, which in my life, what it means is that only 50 people would be willing to participate in a financial support for the lawyers. Okay, out of the whole lot. So the percentage is incredibly small. And this is where the next question comes in. Are those 50 people going to gather enough money to cover the legal process? Okay. And the next question is, whenever the legal process, and I'm going to be using very hypothetical example again, will be successful, and all, there's going to be assets that will be available, so the costs can be recovered, okay? Should every single member benefit from it, or only the 50 that actually contributed towards the legal case? You see, I hope that you guys are seeing where I'm coming with this. If you do, press 1. If you don't, press 0. If you've got any questions so far, press 5, press enter, and ask the questions. Let us have a conversation about this. The management of this particular cooperative is very aware of it. They know perfectly well that people will not do anything. So what's going to happen? Their chances of getting away with whatever they've been doing until now is incredibly high, which means they're just going to carry on as they did and nothing will be done. There's going to be no consequences to their action, which means that nothing will be done. Whatever happened, that's it. And they got away. And to give you an idea, okay, they're going to get away with over 250 Bitcoins. Multiply this and then divide this between, shall we say, 1,500 members. Those are the realities of it. Unfortunately, human interaction will take into place. I think the next step that I really want you to be very aware and very careful on your next endeavor and on your next decision-making process. And I'm saying this in a way that it doesn't matter what's going to happen, what you guys are going to be doing, just be aware of it. I want you to really take responsibilities for the actions. I'm saying this because I feel, and again, okay, I feel that we looking in a situation that everyone is unhappy, but nobody wants to do anything about this. We need to take responsibility. We make a decision. Yes, we trusted people because we all got involved because we trusted someone else, and they came up with this brilliant idea, and the promises were flowing and everything looked so rosy, and we put a trust in people. And I think the lesson learned was that, yes, we do have to trust people. We've got a lot of good people. We've got people who really mean well. But what we need to consider is to looking at the facts. We need to consider checking out the facts and stop believing without a good backing. It doesn't matter where you're going to go with this, how you're going to use it. Just please, next time, be a little bit more careful. Okay? So this is where we are sitting. The next issues that I have, and this is from practical experience, I don't know how many of you ever have been involved in a legal proceedings. If you ever been involved in a legal proceedings, hence you were fighting for your rights, or you were fighting for recover your money, or, that type of thing, please will you press 4 for me? If you haven't, you were never involved in a legal action yourself, please will you press 9 for me? Let us have a look. Because a couple of things I think we need to be very careful, and I need to be very clear on. Lawyers, it is their job to provide a good service. It is their job to make sure that the clients are happy. But on the other hand, they're just normal human beings and things happen. What I mean by this is that we might, the first conversation with anyone entering into a contract is that I will pay you for you to do certain stuff for me, which we all know how it worked because we all own businesses and we were involved in businesses beforehand. So it's an exchange. You do something for me, I'll pay you. I'll do something for you, you will pay me. And please keep in mind that especially interacting with someone in a different country, on a different continent, it takes this whole interaction to a next level. Number one is that you are not local, you're not sitting on the ground, and you relying only on reports from one person. We entering into international arena, we not 100% clear about the traditions, about how the systems are working. So we are exposing ourselves in a big way as well. And then it comes to crunch, and this is coming from my personal experience, that you can have the best lawyer ever, especially in South African courts, where you do not have, a group of peers that will actually come to a conclusion of the judgment. But in South Africa, in a normal court, you will have the judge, and he will express, and he will judge, and he will give the verdict. So you're relying only on one person. And this person is just a human being, and we cannot predict how it's going to go. We can have the best case ever. We can have all the ducks in a row. We can have all the facts, and we can still lose. Alternatively, the same goes for the other side. It is something to be considered. It is something that we should all be thinking about. So once again, the voting that I put out on social media, it was really more in a field for me to find out how many people are actually committed to fight this. Okay? How many people really want some kind of, I don't know, we all have different reasons why we want this to end. Most of the investors just would like to have their money back, I think. So we've got different reasons why we want to end this roller coaster, and I'm using this language very loosely, of lies coming to an end. I mean, that's really, I want us to be very clear and very real about this. And there is no such thing that anyone can say anything 100%. I really want you guys to think about it, all what happened over the last, I would say, almost 4 years by now. And learn by this. So the next time you will not be caught with our pants down. Okay, I have a different attitude and tend to work according to priorities. According to my insight, the most important thing is to get the new co-op and token going. After that, I would consider going after the sharks. All right. So this is where I'm going to take this comment to the next level. The new co-op has got nothing to do with the old co-op. If you're going to take one thing out of this meeting with me today, take this out. Those two co-ops got nothing to do with each other. One co-op took all our money, okay? They are living the high life, certain people, with the money that we thought we purchased something of a value. The other co-op will take, for which there's nothing, okay? And they will try to help us to recover the original investment. So this is why I want you to, and I want you to really get this. One, okay, co-op took the money, they got paid. The other one has got absolutely nothing and is willing to help you to recover your investment. If that is clear to you, please will you press 1 for me. If it's not clear, press 0 for me. If you want to comment on it further, please will you press 5, press enter, and just carry on with this. The next thing while I'm talking about this, we getting all this information about how this old co-op is growing, how it's expanding, and we see that there are new directors coming on board. I want you to ask yourself one question. If we've got all this growth coming through, if we've got all those new directors coming in, how come we are listing the coins, our yellow trading coins, on the exchange as specified by the company, and they are still not moving? Okay, I'm just putting it out there. You don't know further things. We need to start thinking very unemotionally about how we're going to deal with this stuff. And I understand that we are looking for new opportunities because we're living in times where we would like to do business online. Business online is not becoming, you know, an exclusivity for businesses, a luxury for businesses. It's becoming a necessity. So we are looking to get involved in businesses that will add value to people who want to enter this online field. And that new co-op, you know, might actually bring the solution to the next level. And this is what we're looking at, that but again, please be comfortable where you're going, how you're getting involved, because we need to learn. We really need to learn. We all have, and I understand what you're saying. I'm referring to where I would concentrate my efforts. Absolutely. I think most of us would like to put the bad experience behind us and move on. The question is, do we want certain people to get away with the lies? Do we want them to still carry on and participate and hurt other people the way that we all paying the price? We need to ask ourselves this question. Me, like anyone else, I'm looking forward to the new co-op. I want to see how it's going to work. I want to see how this whole new venture will come about. I really, you know, we've got this taste of what will happen and what's on the table, and it looks exciting, it looks new, and we all want to go that route because this is so ahead of the time. This is really what, when it's going to work properly, it will bring all the clients that will get involved in it to a seriously next level with hopefully great benefits. So this is where I'm sitting. All right. If you guys, this is where I'm going to stop the recording. So once again, I want you to be clear about certain things, that when I put something on social media, especially on the Telegram group, and when I do the voting, it's not something that I will do. All what I'm saying here is that let us test the waters and see, you know, who is willing, who is not. Do we really need to go that route? This is really what it's all about. Nobody can fight this by themselves. If we think that one unit can go and win it, we're absolutely wrong. It cannot be done. The only way that we will succeed doing certain stuff, it's together. As just an added moment, I posted something about siblings, a brother and a sister team, who were very successfully in getting some serious money from people over a period of 4 years using an idea of crypto mining. The reason why I posted it, I want you to read this very carefully. There's a lot of adverts floating around through this whole article, a lot of pretty pictures, you know, where they've been, what they've done, and the bragging rights of their success. So I want you to read the small print, because going there, engaging with the lawyers and paying the lawyers, there is a financial commitment that will have to come from the members who want to fight this. I mentioned it a number of times. SEC, if we're going to be making enough noise through SEC, which is the Security Exchanges of the United States, and this is where this co-op is registered. So we need to fight it on the same grounds where the co-op is registered. When SEC gets involved, this is what they've done to this brother and sister team. It was not the lawyers, it was SEC who got them. And it is quite simple. If people are going to make enough noise, and we will have different reasons, for all of us in the room, we will have different reasons to complain about the co-op. My biggest thing always was, if this is a cooperative, run it as a cooperative, not as a private company. As a Premium Elite member, you cannot tell me that someone else took the decision on my behalf without even informing me that this decision was even in, you know, being considered. This is where we can complain to SEC about. Yes, we can complain about misrepresentation. We can complain about non-governance of the cooperative. There is something that is always close to someone's heart. And think about this. If this particular cooperative would be run as a true cooperative, we would not be sitting here today discussing why do we want almost to remove the management so the cooperative, which is the members, the Premium and Premium Elite members, can run this cooperative to their benefits, not to benefits only of the top management, but to the benefits of all the members of the cooperative. So this is where I'm going to stop recording. Okay, from me to you.